India's pursuit of space exploration reaches a remarkable milestone with the impending Chandrayan 3 mission poised to achieve a soft landing on the lunar surface. This achievement marks a significant step forward for Indian science, engineering, technology, and industry, symbolizing our nation's progress in space exploration. This eagerly anticipated event will be broadcasted live on August 23, 2023, starting from 17:20 hours IST. The live coverage will be available via multiple platforms, including the ISRO website, YouTube, ISRO's Facebook page, and DD national TV channels. The highly anticipated landing time of India's third edition of the Lunar Mission Series is less than 48 hours away, scheduled for Wednesday at 6 p.m. The Indian Space Research Organization has also announced that a live telecast is planned for the event starting at 5:20 p.m. on that day. Chandrayan 3 will be maneuvered into a vertical position through a series of steps aiming for a safe lunar landing. This step is vital due to ISRO's previous failure to successfully land its lander on the moon's surface in the Chandrayan 2 mission. The ability to transfer from horizontal to vertical direction is the trick we have to play here. Here only we had the problem last time, ISRO Chief S. Somanath said. Chandrayan 3 has to decrease its speed from about 1.68 kilometers horizontally, changing direction to make the craft vertical and finally bringing it to zero after making a soft landing on the lunar surface. This is the most critical task, said the Indian Space Research Organization Chief S. Somanath. Chandrayan 3's lander module established two-way communications with the orbiter of the already present Chandrayan 2 orbiter around the moon as it embarks on the historic soft landing on the lunar surface, the Indian Space Research Organization said. Chandrayan 2 is the previous edition of India's lunar mission, which was launched in 2019, whose lander, however, lost the communication even after the successful orbit and deorbit maneuvers toward the moon. Chandrayan 3 was launched on July 14 this year in a LVM-3M4 vehicle towards moon, and the first orbit-rising maneuver successfully performed on July 15th. Then the major 5 maneuvers around the moon were completed on August 16, after which the propulsion module and the lander module were separated on August 17th. On August 18th, deboosting process was successfully completed, bringing lander module to a distance of 113 km from the moon's surface. Soft landing tomorrow. How many days will the lander and rover? Following a soft landing on Wednesday, the lander Vikram and rover Pragyan of the lander module will explore the surface of the moon in South Pole for about 14 Earth days, which is just one lunar day. Currently, the lander module of Chandrayan 3 is trying OT Spot, a perfect landing site on the lunar surface which will lead to a historic landing on an unexplored side of the moon. Lander Vikram is moving closer to moon and is all set for a soft landing on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Payloads will then be deployed onto the moon's surface to measuring temperature and thermal conductivity to measure seismic activity and other explorations. Meanwhile, rover Pragyan will also have payloads to determine the elements in the landing site's vicinity. The lander will try to land on the moon's surface from a height of 30 km on August 23rd, and its velocity at the time will be 1.68 km per second. Our focus will be on reducing that speed because moon's gravitational force will also play its part. If we don't control that speed, there will be chances of crash landing. If any health parameter is found abnormal on August 23rd, then we will postpone the landing to August 27th, says Nilesh Desai, Director of Space Application Center, ISRO said. Lander Vikram payloads here are Chandra's surface thermophysical experiments for measuring temperature and thermal conductivity. Another payload, the instrument for lunar seismic activity, will measuring seismic activity around the landing site. The Langmuir probe will estimate plasma density and changes. A passive laser reflector array from NASA will be used for lunar laser studies. Rover Pragyan. Payloads here are an alpha particle X-ray spectrometer, and a laser-induced breakdown spectroscope to determine the elements in the landing site's vicinity. What was ISRO's motive behind this moon mission? Eagerly waiting to witness the touchdown on the moon's surface, which will make a history in terms of India's space exploration dreams. Now about the actual motive behind this mission by ISRO: to demonstrate safe and soft landing on lunar surface, to demonstrate rover roving on the moon, and to conduct insight scientific experiments. The Chandrayan 3 is expected to land on the south pole of the moon on August 23rd at around 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. On Sunday morning, the second and final deboosting operation of the mission was carried out successfully. Chandrayan 3's journey so far. July 6, the ISRO declared Chandrayan 3 mission would launch on July 14th from Andhra Pradesh Sriharikota's second launch pad. July 7th, all vehicle electrical tests were completed successfully. July 11th, a 24-hour launch rehearsal done successfully. July 14th, ISRO LVM-3M4 launched Chandrayan 3 into its intended orbit. July 15th, the mission's first orbit-raising maneuver succeeded in Bengaluru. The spacecraft in 71,351 km into 233 km orbit. July 25th, another orbit-raising maneuver was carried out successfully. August 1st, in a significant milestone, Chandrayan 3 entered the translunar orbit with an orbit of 288 km into 369,328 km. August 5th, the spacecraft entered the lunar orbit at 164 km into 18,074 km. August 6th, the spacecraft's orbit was lowered to 170 km into 4,313 km around the moon. August 9th, another maneuver was performed that lowered the spacecraft to 174 km into 1,437 km. August 14th, the mission entered the orbit circularization phase of 151 km into 179 km orbit. August 16th, the spacecraft entered the orbit of 153 km into 163 km after the firing. August 17th, the landing module comprising the Vikram lander and the Pragyan rover was separated from its propulsion system. August 18th, the spacecraft successfully completed a deboosting operation that reduced its orbit to 113 km into 157 km. Deboosting is the process of slowing down to positioning itself in an orbit where the orbit closest points to the moon is 30 km and the farthest point is 100 km. August 20, Chandrayan 3 performed the second and final deboosting operation and reduced the LM orbit to 25 km into 134 km. August 23, if everything goes well and as planned, the spacecraft will be landed on the lunar surface. Thank you for watching News Hub Professional. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you.